since we've gone live on our Facebook and YouTube pages, but hello. If you're connecting, be sure to send me a comment. Let me know if you are connected to our class. Welcome. As you can see here, we are celebrating with special live classes for Brazil the next 3 weeks. We will be here with live classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2:30, think Brazil time, to celebrate 15 years of open English. Okay, Gracie Regina, hello. I have to say up front, this class will be all in English, but send your comments to participate. Sometimes I can understand or read a little Portuguese, so send your comments to participate. Monica, hello. Nice to see you here and welcome to our class. So to get started, we will be talking about verbs today. Some of the most common verbs, 5 of the most common verbs in English. But before we get started, remember, we're celebrating 15 years of open English, and with that celebration, we are offering 70% off your course of English. So if you want information, don't forget to visit our website so you can get your 70% off and celebrate 15 years of open English with us. All right. So who is ready to learn some verbs today, some different verbs, and how to conjugate the verbs? So if you're just connecting, send me a comment. Let me know if you are here and ready for our class today. A special class just for Brazil, all in English, but don't forget, you can send your questions in Portuguese if you'd like, so I can answer them for you here. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with irregular verbs. 5 of the most common verbs, but irregular verbs. So hopefully everyone can see my screen here. Talking about verb forms. If you're just joining, welcome. Oh, an important other note for you guys is we'll be learning about verbs, but after the class, we have special downloadable content, some practice activities you can do, and some extra tips that you can find in the link of this video. So after our class, you will have special free downloadable content for you guys to keep practicing. So back to our class, an important announcement there. So verb forms. So to talk about the past, we use past simple verbs and present perfect. Lots of times in English classes, you hear present perfect, present past, lots of different words, and it can be difficult to remember all of the different tenses. So let's take a look at 2 tenses that are quite similar. So we have the past simple and the present perfect tense. So let's look at this verb here, the verb to go. In the past simple, we can say went. We don't say gone. We don't say wented. It's a little irregular. It's a little different, so it's irregular. So we would say, I went to the US last week, for example. That's the past simple verb of to go. So if you want to talk about the verb to go in the past, we just say went. I went, you went, he, she, it went, they went, we went. It's all the same. So I went to the US last week. The present perfect is when we have the kind of additional verb of to have and the past participle verb form. So for example, we can say, I have gone to the US before. I have gone to the US before. So what's the difference? What is the difference between past simple and present perfect? In past simple, we are talking about specific points in the past. We are talking about exact moments in the past. The present perfect, so I have gone, we usually use when we're talking about the past, but not necessarily an exact moment. So I went to the US last week. Now we know that we're talking about last week, exactly last week, not last month or last year or sometime. We would just say, I went to the US last week, so we say went. But to talk about a previous general experience, we can say, I have gone to the US. All right. So send your comments here to answer this question. How would you answer this question? When did you go to the mall? When did you go to the mall? Send your comments here to participate. When did you go to the mall? Let me know here in the comments. I see some people connected, so don't be shy. Send your comments to participate. All right. So an extra little hint for you guys while you guys send your comments. An extra hint is in the past simple, we usually know when to use the past simple because there's a direct time in the past. For example, you'll see words like last month, last year, last week, yesterday, last Monday. So if you see those different words, you will probably use the past simple tense. So it looks like we've got Monica, I went last week. Excellent. Perfect use of the past simple. So we know it was last week, so we just need to use I went. Excellent. Very good. So Monica went to the mall last week. How about the rest of you guys? Send your comments to participate. Let's take a look at some other irregular verbs as well, and how do we conjugate them between the past simple and present perfect form. So for example, the verb to have, the verb to have. So to possess something. In the past simple, we say had, had. I had, you had, he, she, it had, we had, they had. So for example, I had a laptop last year. This is the past simple because we just have last year. Only say last year so we know it's the past simple. We want to talk about the present perfect. We would say, I have had a laptop before. We're not talking about a specific point in time, but we are talking about the past. So it's kind of difficult to say, I have had, and it sounds a little strange as well. I have had a laptop before. All right, what about the verb to make? What about the verb to make? So this is to create something, to create something. So for example, past simple, he made a video yesterday. We're talking about a specific point in time, yesterday. And so we use the simple past verb. Or to use the present perfect to talk about a general point in time in the past, we can say he has made videos. So important extra tip. When we're talking about the past with present perfect form, we don't say I has made. We would say I have made, you have made. However, in the third person, so he, she, it, we say has. So he has made, she has made, it has made. But for we and they, we say we have made, they have made. So my second question for you guys connected here, send your comments to participate, is when did you make lunch? When did you make lunch? Let me know here in the comments. When did you make lunch? All right. Monica, if you're still here, when did you make lunch? Let us know here in the comments. And let me know here in the comments if this makes sense. past simple versus present perfect. So when did you make lunch? For example, I made lunch yesterday. I made lunch yesterday. I made a sandwich yesterday. Or I could say, I have made lunch for my mom before. Not talking about a specific time, but rather in general in the past. Okay, excellent. So let's say I made salad yesterday. Perfect example. So it's the simple tense as we're using yesterday. We just need to say made. We don't need to say have made. Excellent. All right, moving on here to our last three verbs, our last three common verbs. We have the verb to go that we talked about. So went and gone. So in the past tense, we would say he went to the first mall last month, or he has gone. He has gone. So we want to talk about a general point in the past. We say he has gone, or I have gone. Remember, with these different irregular verbs, it changes between has and have with the present perfect form. Or the verb to get, so to obtain something. So for example, she got a new job last week. She got a new job last week. All right, in the present perfect, also talking about the past, we would say she has gotten many jobs before. We wouldn't say she has got many jobs before. That doesn't sound right, but rather she has gotten many jobs before. All right, and our last verb, to do, to do. So to perform an action, to do something. In the past, we say did. We say did. We did yoga at the gym last year. We did yoga at the gym last year. Past simple, really easy, only need to change did. In the present perfect, we would say have done or has done. Have done or has done. So I have done yoga. We have done yoga. She has done yoga. Okay, let me see. Any more comments here? Excellent, Lacey. I made pineapple yesterday. That sounds delicious. I think I want to eat pineapple for lunch today. Very good. So my last question for you is, have you done yoga before? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. Have you done yoga before? Have you done yoga before? So I have done yoga before. I did yoga. The last time I think I did yoga was last year. I did yoga last year. It's been a while. Okay. So let me know here in the comments. Have you done yoga before? Have you done yoga before? I've got my little translation here on the screen, so hopefully that helps. Send your comments. Have you done yoga before? Let me know here. All right, before we move on to our last exercise where we will look at all of these together and practice a little more. So do we have any yoga fans here? Any yoga fans here? All right. Monica says, I've never done it before. Monica, excellent use of a contraction and the negative form of these different tenses. Very good, Monica. Excellent. So let's move on to our last practice exercise here. A little fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. So we have three different verbs here. To go, to do, or to get. So we're going to put them either in past simple or present perfect. All right, ready to go? Remember, you can send your comments to participate. So A, our first one, he blanked a new car yesterday. Are we going to use the verb to go, to do, or to get for this first one? And which tense are we going to use? Past simple or present perfect? Let me know here. All right. A, he blank a new car yesterday. So remember, if we have the word yesterday, we will probably use the past simple, right? All right. So yes, we would say he got a new car yesterday. We have this big hint here yesterday, so a specific point in time. So we would say he got a new car yesterday. All right, number two. We have blank the laundry. All right, we have blank the laundry. What we say to go, to do, or to get. To go, to do, to get. Let me know. You guys are quite shy today, but that's okay. It's all in English. Might be a little tricky, but we have blank the laundry. So we have this have, so we're going to use the present perfect. We are going to say we have done the laundry. We have done the laundry. So D-O-N-E. We have done the laundry. We don't know when, but we know it was done at some point in the past. And our third sentence. She blank to the store last month. She blank to the store last month. So we're going to use the past simple or present perfect. We only have one verb left, to go. So how are we going to make that into a past tense form? She blank to the store last month. She has gone to the store last month, or she went to the store last month. Let me know here in the comments if you have any ideas. Gillespie or Monica, if you guys are still here, what do you guys think? So for this one, we would say she went to the store last month. We have a specific time in the past, last month. So we would say she went. She went. All right, guys. Well, that concludes our class today, our 100% English class today. I think I need to learn Portuguese for our next class, but don't forget that we are currently celebrating 15 years of open English here with native English speakers, with classes 100% online, 24/7. And don't forget that we have an awesome discount, 70% off your English course today for a limited time. And if you want more practice about these different verb tenses, you can click on the link below in the description and access free downloadable content so that you guys can keep practicing at home. So thank you so much for everyone's participation. Thank you everyone for connecting today to our class. We will be back here for another special class just for Brazil on Thursday at 2:30 Brazil time. So I hope to see everyone in our next class. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care, everyone.